Hello everyone, this is going to be my intro to Biblical Anthropology. Now, first off, I want to say that I have worked really hard on this, and this might not even be perfect, and it's probably not, and there's probably errors in it, and I've revised it a ton, but I'm still working on it, and it's a thing that never ends. I can never quite get it exactly the way I want it. Like I said, I've done a lot of revisions on this, but this is what I have now, and this is kind of what I think I want to go with. So I started out this project thinking that there was going to be a parts of man according to the Bible, and that's just developed into more of a, I went into substance dualism, and I went into trichotomy, and I went into all these different things. Now, I've gone back and forth on this, and what I've been able to tell is that things don't necessarily need to be a different dimension in order to sort of talk about man in different parts. And so, because of that, I kind of dropped the idea that there is a difference between a substance of physicalism and a substance of spiritualism. And I'm just going to present what I have here because I don't think it really makes that much of a difference if we're going by substance dualism or trichotomy, or in this case it would be really 4 different dimensions. So let me just get into that. So the way I can see this is that there's essentially 4 different areas of anthropology that we might consider for a human being. Those 4 areas are the life, the mind, the body, and relation. Now, with these 4 different things, there are subcategories within that sort of line up somewhere in there to try and give a more complete picture of who man is and what he does. So the 4 areas that I'm going to be focusing on are life, mind, body, and relation. So for life, we're looking at things like the spirit and the soul. For the mind, we're looking at the will and the intellect. For the body, we're looking at the flesh and impulses. For relation, we're looking at communication and behaviors. So now that I've sort of laid the groundwork for these things, I'm going to go into a smaller bit of detail about these things that I've learned. So first off, for life, we have the spirit is the idea of the blood, the breath, spiritual gifts that we might have, and the beliefs that we might have. These are essentially things dictating life. Secondly, we can say the soul represents different states of being, either in time or in the first person narrative that we live our life, or our draw to or against God. And then the soul also is a determiner of our emotions as well. So firstly, in the mind, we have the intellect, which is basically the brain, the reason, and contemplation. That's mostly what the intellect is for. And then the will is more of our intention, our motivation, and our aspirations that we have. With the body, we're looking at the flesh, and that's the heart that we might think of, our bodily functions, and some sort of like exercise or engagement with the physical world where we use our bodies. Second of all, for our impulses, that would be like our carnal nature, our draw to sin, and our impulses for hunger and thirst. Lastly of all, when we're dealing with relation, we're first focusing in on communication, which is, of course, as you might think, eyes, ears, mouth, and language. That's typically how we view communication. And secondly, what we're looking at is our behaviors, and what that is what you do, your ability to love and to hate, and your action, behavior that you do something in the physical world. Well, guys, that was my intro to anthropology. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you later. Bye.